What's up, guys? Okay, so we have a few decent movers this morning. Let me cancel out the echo here. There we go. All right, so we have a few decent movers. One of them is RWLK. RWLK gapping up from 330s all the way to 950s. This one started moving in after hours yesterday, and this thing has been on a huge run so far in extended hours trading. We also have SRRA, which looks like a larger float penny stock. It looks like it has a little bit bigger of a float here, gapping up from 84 cents all the way to $1.08. But if you look at the level 2, the float looks a little bit larger for this one. We also have AMD gapping up some. We have VRA gapping up on low volume, CRON, some of the other cannabis stocks like CGC, ACB, APHA, all gapping up some. So I'm going to watch the cannabis sector today. We also have Roku, SQ. I'm assuming the market's up because a lot of these other high cap stocks are up as well. And that would be correct. The market is up. Let's see. We have SIEN. SIEN gapping up some. We have AMBA. AMBA gapping up some. I'll definitely watch this one. This is kind of right around my price range that I like trading fades with, especially with gapping up stocks. And so I'll look for a fade on AMBA this morning. SOLY gapping up some after crazy moves last week. We got COMM moving a little bit here. AEO gapping up some. So we got a few options today. GoPro. Gapping up with low volume. So we do have some options. Yeah, I'll probably go make myself some coffee as well in a minute. So yeah, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to go make myself some coffee, but I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, RWLK is looking crazy. This looks like another parabolic mover. Today I'm also going to try to put out our parabolic mover class. We got a few good classes on parabolic movers, hot sectors, and sympathy plays. And so I'll try to upload that class to YouTube today. It's about an hour long, but it should be fun. But yeah, look at RWLK here. Up from 330s. So it looks like this one's up about 300% just in extended hours. And this all started yesterday. We'll look up some news in a minute here to see kind of what's going on with this one. But yeah, crazy move. All right, so the FDA cleared their restore sale in rehab centers. The FDA cleared the company's Restore Soft exosuit system for sale to rehabilitation centers. So FDA clearance for RWLK in their product is what this is. Another one that I've been hearing, does anybody know GameStop's symbol? Yeah, RWLK is not tradable. Yeah, it's not tradable. I'm pretty sure it's not, at least. It's a low float penny stock, and most of the time we can't trade those, unfortunately. Let me see. I can check, but it's pretty doubtful here. Yeah, it's not tradable. CRON is, Uber is, Soli is, SRRA is not, AMBA is, VRA is not, COMM is, AEO is. So about half of these big movers are tradable. So yeah, we also have the cannabis sector here, CRON. I see CRON was raised to a buy from underperformed by Bank of America. They also upgraded with a price target of $20. So for SRRA, the company's, it sounds like the company's bio drug was granted FDA fast track designation for SRRA. And so that's what's going on with it. We can keep looking at some of these. AMBA gapping up some. I'll definitely keep an eye on this one. I know this one is tradable. The company reported better than expected results for the first quarter for AMBA. And so it's gapping up to show that. We also have CRON. Like I said, Bank of America upgraded this one. Let's see what else we get. We also have SIEN. Analysts at Wells Fargo upgraded the stock from market perform to an outperform rating and raised the price target from $8 to $10 for SIEN. We also have, let's see, Soli, which doesn't really have any type of catalyst that I see. Pinterest is up some as well. So we got some options today. We got AMD as well. Looks pretty strong here. I think Kramer mentioned some things about AMD yesterday, so Kramer mentioned a few things with it. I guess that's why that's moving. So GME is GameStop. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, look at GameStop get hit. And honestly, I've really been, this is kind of my mindset with GameStop, right? About two or 3 weeks ago, I started really thinking about shorting GameStop some more because I ultimately think GameStop is going to fail. I think this stock is going to fail. I think it's just an obsolete business model. I think more so than even like Amazon. I don't think Amazon's taking GameStop out of business. I think digital downloads are taking GameStop out of business. And so needing a physical store to go and buy your games is going to be obsolete in the future. And so, with that said, unless GameStop drastically changes their business model, which they haven't, I think it's ultimately going to go out of business. And so a few weeks ago, I thought about shorting GameStop, but when I looked at GameStop, it was already down to like $8. And apparently I was wrong. I maybe should have shorted it. But, it already dropped too much. If it was at like 12 or 15, I would have considered shorting it. But when it's already down at 8, I just don't know how much lower it's going to go ultimately. And so, tough break on my end. I should have pulled the trigger on that one, but it is what it is. Yeah, IFRX had a failed drug trial on this one. It's definitely showing it as well, gapping down from $37.29 to $5. Some people lost some money with that one. SQ and Roku. So yeah, it looks like a okay day today. So we'll see what we get. Tough day for my competition account yesterday. I ended up losing like 2,400 or so when the day was done. But my account's still alive, and it's just a competition demo account. And so we'll see what happens today. Another thing I've realized is that when I actually lose, those videos get more views than anything. And so maybe I should lose more, But, yeah, we'll see what we get today, guys. We got a lot of action in pre-market for sure. A lot of volume with mid caps, which I love. We got some penny stock moves like RWLK may go parabolic. I tend to think it's going to give up most of these gains, but I mean, when it's already up 300%, it could go parabolic some more, and it could just rip up. I guess I'm naturally short biased with these, but who knows? Who knows what this one's going to do? So yeah, let me know if you see anything else that I missed. Man, that's a huge drop, Skylar. It's a big numbers drop. But yeah, the overall market's strong. It's up. Rebounding some. I mean, it's rebounded. It rebounded a lot yesterday. Very bullish day yesterday in the market. And so we'll see what happens. I mean, the lifetime highs are at 294. We're at 280. So it's not like we're in rough shape. Just the last few months or the last month or so we got hit. But, I mean, we're not that far away from our lifetime highs, realistically speaking. So who knows? I mean, I tend to think the market's at least going to drop initially at the open. I think the market's going to at least initially drop at the open just because we were up so much yesterday. But you never really know. I mean, the market could just ramp up here and just keep running. And I hope it does, just for the economy's sake. I hope the market does well. But, I tend to believe in a little bit extension on this one from the last day or two, and it may drop initially and it may rebound after that, but I think it'll drop at least at the open. Yeah, market volatility. For sure. Definitely, man. What's up, Tiny? Good morning. Oh, I think we might have Mitch here. I thought Mitch wouldn't be here today. I thought he worked today, but I guess we're going to have him here as well. Whoa. What's up, man? See, you're looking at GameStop as well, huh? Here we. What's up, man? I thought you had work today, bro. You're gonna be on stream.
I work at 11.
All right. Well, we got Mitch here, everybody. The man is
A
here.
little tired, but here.
Yeah.
Man, yesterday was just a battle of luck, I think,
Yeah, man.
I stopped at 1 cent ARRY, and then the thing goes down 70 cents. And then APHA would have been another 300 plus winner. And it going from my 53 entry all the way up all day long yesterday. Ended up closing at 680.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was honestly, if you looked at a lot of these stocks, they were really choppy yesterday. They would go back and forth, especially Airy, I think. Yeah, Airy was super choppy too. And I got caught in Lyft, which just kind of washed out and then failed the second fade, which is what I got stuck in. And so it is what it is. I think I was down like 2,400 in my account yesterday. So I got 3 days left. We'll see what we can do with it, but it's not looking great. Realistically, I could still take my swing, but just be prepared, guys, because at the open today, what I've noticed is I typically have pretty good accuracy first thing first in the morning. First thing in the morning, I usually have pretty good accuracy wise. And so with that said, today I'm gonna take my swing at the open. I'm gonna get in with like 5 or 10,000 shares, and just if I lose my account, I had a good run with my competition account and my demo account, and if I get a good gain in, maybe I can take my swing and have my shot. So we'll see. We still got 2 days left, but let me see what my account is at now. Yeah, I'm down about 4,000 in my account, which isn't that bad really. You have 12,000 to lose, and so I'm only down about 33%, which is reasonable. Yeah, man, gotta let it swing now. I tried to let it swing yesterday on Lyft. Maybe got a little bit stubborn and held it too long, but I was saying it earlier, man.
That's the key.
My
Just
losing
levels.
Yeah, I was saying it yesterday or earlier. My losing videos get more views than anything, so I need to start losing more and uploading those videos. I call it the Conor McGregor effect. People watch Conor McGregor just to see if he's gonna lose, but people watch him.
Yeah. Right. Oh man, it's one of those mornings.
Yeah, man, get you some coffee, bro. You sound tired, man.
Beyond tired.
Yeah, man. It's raining over here. It's one of those sleepy mornings over here, too. But I fell asleep early last night, man. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock. Really, I woke up at like 4:30 this morning, 5 o'clock. Just too much sleep. But I needed it, man. It's been hectic.
All right.
IFRX is, somebody mentioned this one earlier. I think a failed drug trial. Yeah, Jeff Bateman. Shout out to Jeff. IFRX failed drug trial. And that one, yeah, man, that one got hammered. A bunch of people lost some money with that one because that was just a ridiculous drop here from 37s down to $5 essentially. Yeah, James, in Southwest Florida, man, I bet. It's pretty warm here in Texas, though. I mean, I'm in South Texas, so it's like 90 degrees here, too. It's basically summertime, though. I mean, it's June. Kids are out of school and everything, so. So yeah, if I do trade AMD today and take my swing, I mean, in pre-market right now, AMD has about a 75-cent range or so, it looks like. Maybe 80, 85 cents. But so if I do take my swing, I guess a reasonable share size would have to be like 10,000 shares maybe. You know, with 10,000 shares, every cent is $100. And so if I make like a 30-cent gain, that would be $3,000. So yeah, about 10,000 shares is what I'm thinking about. I could also trade Nvidia, which is very similar to AMD, but I think I have more experience trading AMD, and so I think that one will ultimately be a little bit better. Something I've traded more often. SPY's rebounding a little bit here at the 281.90. Yeah, for sure, T Walker. Brutal drop. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make some coffee. All right, guys. So let me get my coffee and I'll be back. All right, guys. We got about 15 minutes. 15 minutes. But yeah, RWLK. We got some crazy movers. RWLK. SPY's up decent. We got a Roku with a big gap up. Pretty big percentage move. SQ gapping up some as well. AMBA, which is what I'm definitely watching. Cron Cannabis Place gapping up some. Solely moving up as well. So we got some options for sure. It's just about at this point what looks the best, because again, it's kind of time for me to take that swing. Maybe the Cannabis Place too, depending on how they act at the open. But I guess my bias is a little bit short. I mean, very strong, you know, bull market right now in pre-market. But yeah, Cron's gapping up. But I think it'll at least pull back some a little bit originally at the open. I think it may rebound and break highs after that. But I think it's going to drop originally at the open before rebounding. if I had to try to predict something. KL as well. Yeah, look at this drop. Wow. RWLK, massive drop here. Look at this. Wow. RWLK down from, really, when the drop started, it was at 10s. It was at around 10. It's down to 820s now. Huge drop. Yeah, look at that drop for it. Massive move down. I think that's going to squeeze some shorts out of this one too. And that's going to affect this one pretty rough. Maybe it's going to come back down to, you know, went right down to 730, but man. What happened, Jason? Were you holding it? If you were, that's tough, man. That's what I said. I think it's going to squeeze some shorts down here too, but man, brutal. So I said, you never know with these. Like I said earlier, my main bias was short on this one, but not until the open at least. I didn't think it would drop this much before then, but man, look at this. Crazy drop. Hey, well, I hope you're okay in that one, Jason, if you were holding it, man. Yeah, man, that one was brutal. For sure. Just kind of a brutal day for RWLK, man. That one dropped massively here. You were in that one, Skylar? Tell us about it. What happened? I'm curious. That one seems tough, man. They had an offering. Let me look this up. All right, so RWLK. Yeah, they announced exercise of warrants resulting in cash proceeds of $10.8 million through agreement for investors to purchase shares at $7.50 per share. That's what happened. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happens when a stock gets pumped up like this. And this most likely was them getting pumped up. They pump it up and exercise their offering. You know, it kind of is what it is. Tough time for it, too. When in pre-market, it would have been a little bit, I mean, this thing's going to drop down to $7.50, which is the purchase price. So, it's going to drop down to here, which it did already. So, yeah, tough break. Yeah, it was $7.50, Skylar. What's up, Felix? What's up, man? But yeah, the offering, the purchase price was at $7.50. Tough break. Sorry to hear that. All right, guys. Well, we got about 8 minutes left. About 8 minutes. We'll see what we get today. A little slow of a day, but yeah, we'll see what we get. We got about 8 minutes left. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Daniel. I mean, my bias is naturally on the short side, just because the market is up so much from yesterday. And now, you never really know. I mean, the market could end up squeezing and just running up, but at least originally at the open, I think it's going to drop some. And like I said, I could be completely wrong with this, but um, I think it's at least going to drop a little bit at the open. Who knows, though? People could have some hype in it, and it could run up. You never really know. We'll see. Like I said, I just know today I have to make my swing. I'm happy I'm still in the competition. I think a large majority of traders are out of it by now, and so I'm happy just to be in it. But I got to take my swing. We'll see, Netron. We'll see, man. Just depends on what we get at the open. If we get some drops at the open, I'll consider a short place, and if we get some spikes up, I'll consider some VWAP bounces maybe, or we'll see. Red to green moves, I'll consider as well. It'll hurt for days to come. Flew through my stops. I had sized into it more. I should because of last week's solely play that moved so much on FDA approval. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean the offering is what got this one. That's exactly what happened. I think even these companies know that they're not going to maintain these ridiculous gains. Like when a stock goes up 300%, I think most of these companies know that they're not going to be able to maintain those gains. Most of them know that a large majority of them are going to come right back down. And so that's when they did the offering, and it makes sense, I guess, from a business perspective. And so, it is what it is. Sorry to hear that, though. I hope you rebound. You'll be all right.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, man?
All right, guys.
Look at RWLK, man. That one just got hammered with an offering price of $750. All right, let's get all this ready to trade. All right. Like I said, time to take my swing. We'll see how it goes. Should be fun. We got some good movement though in pre-market. We do have that. Cannabis stocks, most of them are gapping up. Microchip stocks gapping up some as well. Market is up. SQ, Roku, tech stocks up as well. So we got 4 minutes, guys. Oh, my bad, Mitch, man. You've been muted. I've been muted on your end for like I've been muted on your end for like, I don't know how long, like 20 minutes, man. I've been sitting there talking to myself every time you're on here.
Yes.
I thought you were like mad, man. I was like, I'd be like, hey, Mitch, da 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 da, and then I never hear anything back.
I don't like you no more, John.
Right, and then you just muted yourself. I was like, man, what did I do to Mitch? Now it makes sense. All right, now it makes sense. Okay.
All
All right.
right, one that
But
I'm
yeah,
watching, guys, AMBA.
yeah,
It's
for
on the
sure.
gappers list. It's a stock that got hit really hard, and it's a semiconductor.
Yeah, look at RWLK, man. That one exercised an offering at 750 and just got hammered.
See how there's that nice little gap down below? So I'm kind
Yep,
of approaching with this AMBA trade.
for sure. It's got that gap under what 4250. Yeah,
Yeah, it's honestly a Chinese semiconductor stock. So this is my idea. We all know about the tariffs, and since they're literally in Singapore, they're over there. Um, I think they're going to have big struggles in the next coming quarter trying to deal with the pricing and expenses that they're going to have to deal with. This is also the company that's mainly with GoPro. You know, the
yeah, it's out.
GoPro not been doing the best as of
Right.
late. It had a nice little drive, same way kind of AMBA had, and then
Right.
has been coming right back down to support. I'm going to look to see if that stock comes back down to 6. That should also give us a sign of AMBA.
For sure. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my coffee. We got about a minute left, guys. Let's do this.
Yeah, this is
Top.
the day that I'm also going to be really watching for VWAP fades in the semiconductors. We had like 2 kind of positive days. We had a rally yesterday in the SPY. It really wasn't as big as everyone tried to make it out in the media. Um, I think the SPY is just doing a normal rebound. Uh, nothing like big reaction here. It's kind of more of a still worry spot. We're coming up to a trend line resistance, but that's about it. Market's starting to get choppy.
All right, guys. We got 25 seconds left. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Show us what you got, John.
Yeah, man. Last swing today. We'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna, I'm not going to.
Hey, man, you got this, kid. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
Game time.
time to just take my swing, man. We'll see how it goes.
And it's the NBA Finals. Let's go.
Yeah, should be fun. Let's do it.
We got the
Let me start
finals.
my recording.
Yeah,
I did
let me
remember
do
that, so I'm on top of it today.
Yeah, thank you for letting me know.
All right, we got AMD dropping some. I could look for a fade if the VWAP drops some more. We got AMBA kind of, choppy sideways here. We got SQ dropping, Cron's up. SPY is down roughly, but not by much. Still too early. Let's see what we get today, guys. All right, so AMD is one that I can start to look for a fade here. It's starting to drop some. It's down to 2970s, and so if it pulls back to the VWAP and the VWAP can drop down enough, I will consider a fade on it. And so we'll see what we get with it, but that's kind of what I'm looking at now with AMD. We'll see if it can make that move here. Nvidia, kind of same story, dropping some. We'll see if really the problem with this one still is that the VWAP's not low enough. It's not quite low enough. The VWAP would have to drop down to the 80s in order for it to be good. And if it does that, you could set a risk at like the whole dollar maybe. But we got Uber dropping, AMBA dropping.
Yeah, AMBA. I missed that bounce up to the resistance, and now it's just gone. Look at that quick move.
For sure. Still early though. We still got time. SPA's looking weak. And like I said, I think the SPA will drop originally at the open. It may eventually pull back and rebound some, but just from extension.
Just coming down there, man.
Yeah,
That's
I've
really
noticed.
a sign.
Nvidia too.
What we got here? NPTN really getting hit there. GameStop at VWAP.
Uber rebounding some.
Yeah, not really my. I don't like it. Got hit too hard.
Which one? Uber?
GameStop.
Oh, yeah, GameStop's down way too much. All right, so AMD here. I could go for the fade, but I think it's squeezing up a little bit too much. I think it's too close to that previous high of the day, and I would have to set that previous high of the day as my risk at 30, which I don't think is bad, but I think it's too risky. If it squeezes up, it could squeeze up fast. Maybe it was the right move, maybe not, but got to stick to my rules even during this. Looking at CGC here, though, CGC might be a little bit better, but maybe I was wrong. I was maybe the fade to take there.
Potential fade on ACB. Cron holding well. APHA showing a potential fade, and CGC potential fade.
All right, AMD's back up there again. I'm just wondering whether I want to take it or not. It's up there. Risk reward's still good. I'd have to use. It's got about 12% risk. Big reward. I like the added support and resistance levels it's kind of created there, especially with the market starting to drop like this. We'll see. Market turned around, coming back down. We got AMAT. Could be an option too. $0.13 risk on CGC up there. Same thing with AMD. I just don't know whether I want to take AMD. It's kind of a weird pattern for the fade. If I can get filled up at 29.10, I'll take it. But there's the squeeze. Maybe I was right. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it. Getting pretty close to my risk level there, so probably the right move. I could still look at Nvidia though, but CGC faded. All right, well, CGC was probably the better fade. Um,
Oh,
Still
I
too
just
early.
noticed I'm muted. I've been yelling CGC.
Oh.
That
I,
sucks.
I
I
looked at
was
it.
trying to tell you.
Well, the last time I looked at it about 4 or 5 minutes ago, but it was at 41.50, and so I called it a little bit too late. Um, or it must have been 2 minutes ago. But yeah, when I looked at it, it was right here, which just wasn't quite good
That
enough
was
for an
a
entry.
fade. That was a beautiful fade there. 69 entrance. Could risk stop at 80. 10 less 11 cents. Easy, nice. Move back down. 40-cent move.
I'm starting to consider AMD just because it's built up so many resistances above it now. I like all the resistances above it. But every time I say consider it, it kind of squeezes up right around that high at 30. I mean, it's a super tight risk reward trade. You could just keep it right here at 30 where all that resistance is. But like I said, every time I consider it, it kind of squeezes up there. So plus Uber's running, SPY may be rebounding. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that CGC fade, man. That was a winner right there.
Well, I'm back and I realized that AMD was the play to make.
You never took it?
No. It was the play to make. Like I said, it was even really tight risk at 30, and it went right up to test that level. But again, it's just it was a little bit too close for comfort to my risk level, so it is what it is. Looking at AMAT here, though. AMAT's kind of squeezing up slowly here. I can slowly start to scale into this one. It's got a decent range, too.
Nope. Like I said, semiconductors coming down today.
I could scale into AMAT with my maximum entry being 85 and my risk being about 96 or so for 10 cents for my max entry. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. Like I said, I don't mind adding to this one until it gets up to about 84, 85. And then looking for a flush back down. So we'll see. Alright, so I'm in with 3,500 shares for AMAT. Looking to potentially add another 2,500 as it gets up to 85 or so. Hey, nice work, Tiny. Good job. I know you are watching Ford. It sounds like it's working out for you. So nice work. Kron had or SQ had a nice little VWAP bounce, and I was really considering that too for the VWAP bounce, but with everything else kind of dropping, I didn't really want to risk going long on a big cap stock. So I got 3,500 shares, not the worst position size, but gonna have to let this one work for me. Goal is down to 50 if we can, and then maybe hold on to some more. AMD just tanking here. Maybe that was the fade to make today. That one just got hammered. Alright, and so if we do get a bounce back up, I can kind of add back to this one on AMAT. I don't mind adding back to it. See, if I had 2,500 shares, that'll be about 6,000 shares.
CGC was the fade today. Almost $1 fade already.
Yeah, man, I'm watching that one too. It's on my right side.
And
AMD too.
Nice fade too, just never getting in there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and add another. Oh, I don't have the buying power for that apparently. It's a $40 stock. That's probably why. Try 1,500. Yeah, I got in 1,500 more. All right, I'll take that. 5,000 shares. Reasonable. Looking for a much bigger flush though. I want to see it down to 50s, ideally.
Yeah, a bunch of fades in the cannabis sector. Shouldn't have those. All right, taking a starter here in MaxR.
Yeah, I see MaxR setting up with the fade. Doesn't look bad there either. Alright, we're down to 65s. I mean, I could take 1,000 off here, but I'm just gonna let it work. I want to see it down more. Um, I'm trying to see it down to at least 60 before I take some profits. We're down to 64. Like I said, I really want to see it down to at least 60 before I take some off here. Um, Looking for a much larger breakdown down to 60, maybe down to 50s if we can test that. Is what I'm kind of looking for. Hopefully we don't get a bounce in the SPY before then, but yeah, man, AMD, I was so close to jumping in that one too, man. It's just unfortunate. Yeah, I'm seeing 66 holding, so yeah, I mean, I could have taken some profits there, but like I said, the goal here is to take a much bigger gain. I could have taken a $500 gain, but that's not gonna win me the competition, so I kind of just got to go for it here. That's unfortunate, you know. Would have been a nice trade either way, and if this was a normal trade, I would have taken profits already, guaranteed. But since it's not a normal trading account, then I kind of just got to go for it here. I mean, at this point, if it breaks 82, I'm gonna jump out of it, and so my loss will be small no matter what relative to my account size. But um, hopefully, it doesn't come to that. AMD doesn't really look bad for a fade too if it can get up there realistically. I don't have any buying power left after this AMAT trade, but AMD is slowly creeping up towards that 76 level. All right, so we went down to 76 again. That's the big level it's got to break now.
And maybe look for LK for a fade. Comes back to 1937s.
Yeah, that one doesn't look bad either. Yeah, what did Soli end up doing today? I forgot to watch that one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's down now. That one could fade too.
yeah, a little annoyed at myself today for not taking a fade in the cannabis sector. Their APHA or CGC.
Yeah, CGC is the one I saw. It looked good.
Yes, APHA looked really good too. That one was a nice one. Looking potential VWAP bounce SQ.
Yeah, I was looking at that one too. That one doesn't look bad. Tight risk on that one too.
Been holding that bottom pretty well. 36.
Yeah, see if that 66 level can break. That's major support from the previous day. I didn't notice it until actually Brad said something, but he's right. There's major resistance from the previous day. But at this point, like I said, I can use like that 81 level as my risk, and that way, you know, keep my loss pretty small, regardless of what happens.
I was watching LK there, but it didn't get to the VWAP there.
Yeah, LK got up to. I mean, it got close. At least to mine. My view
Yeah,
up's at
got
35.
close. I got close. Not close enough though.
All right, there we go. There's a break. 63s. Let's see if it actually holds this time though for AMAT. Volume's okay on the downside. Not great. Most stocks are up, but most stocks are down, I think. But it's not terrible. For AMAT, I mean, it's reasonable volume. ARQL. Yeah, that one's getting flushed too. Nvidia might pull back to the VWAP some as well. I think it depends on what the market does, really, though. I think that's going to dictate a lot. Like, if the market bounces back up, I think a lot of these are going to bounce back up as well. Market's rebounding a little bit here. Well, most of my buying power is wrapped up in AMAT. We'll give it some time, but like I said, it'll keep it pretty small. If it does stop me out over 81 or 82, it'll still be pretty small loss. If it breaks that level right here, it's also going to be putting in higher highs, and so That's what we got to watch out for, right around 82 or so, which is well above the VWAP now. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for AMAT. Hopefully that resistance above can knock it back down, but we're going to give it that chance and see. AMD squeezing up here too. Market is squeezing up really. Right around break even for AMAT. AMD is right there. It's kind of hard not to take AMD here too, but I don't have the buying power to do it anymore. All right, so we're getting a squeeze up here for AMAT. All right, I got stopped out of it, squeezed out, which is okay. Still pretty small loss. $670 is pretty small relative to everything. I'm going to look at AMD now, so I do have a shot at AMD at this point. And it has built up a lot of resistance above it, so I can slowly start scaling into it. Still got to take a little bit larger sizing though. But yeah, that's just not the squeeze. And like I said, guys, I could have taken profits when I was up like $500 or $600 in this one. But the goal is to make a much larger gain if I want to have a shot at actually winning the competition here. So that's kind of what we see a lot with these is that, you know, I can't take profits as soon as I would. And it's not about just getting in a good gain. It's about having a shot at winning. And to do that, I need to make thousands, not hundreds. So still need bigger sizing, really, with AMD here as well. Look at that fake out. Barely got me, but it did get me for AMAT. Gonna add a little bit more size to AMD, 3,000 shares now. Don't mind adding more to it as it heads up. Gonna add one more lot of 1,500 shares here and see if we get a rejection at 80 is what we're looking for. If not, I'll have to jump out of this one too. Not looking good though. But yeah, guys, I had to take my swing today. It is what it is. If I lose the competition, no worries. Just gotta take my swing though. So I gotta take big sizing and just go for it on these trades. I could have taken Nvidia, but I think I wouldn't be able to buy as many shares. What's my position size here? 67 is my average. Not that bad, about 10 cents away. Not looking great though. Market rebounding is what I'm getting caught in, it seems. Yeah, one of the biggest lessons I've learned from this competition, and part of the problem is that I've been taking such small sizing for my first trade that I don't actually take advantage of it like I should. And so I've been really accurate my first few trades, but the longer I go on, the lower my accuracy is, which I think is pretty common in trading. No, no, you don't get to keep the profits. If I got to keep the profits, I would be happy with $500 gains. It's just about getting into the top 10. And so yeah, I mean, you gotta place in the top 10. Which, like I said, I've got 3 days to make like 40,000 in this account. So I kind of just have to take my swing, and whatever happens, happens here. I had a fun run, learned a lot. It was fun, while it lasted. Stayed alive, but probably should have taken my swing much earlier. Alright, well, the SPY's washing out, which should be good for me. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's luck. A lot of it, I mean, it takes skill to win the competition as well. A lot of it is just like you'll see a lot of people be on the top of the leaderboards. They'll have like a good $20,000 day, but they don't stay there because they can't take their foot off the gas and just sit on those gains. And if they sat on those gains, they'd probably place in the competition. But what a lot of them end up doing is just trading away all of their gains. Me, I mean, I never had a huge gain. I had a bunch of small gains when I first got started because I had to get used to the sizing and really wanted to see what everybody else was doing. And then after that, I just kind of got hit with a few bad trades. But, I think the better way to win the competition would just to be to take it big. And if you get a good gain, sit on that gain, trade small, keep track of who the winners and losers were, or who the top 10 is and what their profit is, and then try to just keep up with them without risking too much is probably the best bet in doing well. SPY completely turned around though. That's good for me. At least it should be. We'll see. About break even on this trade so far. Yeah, over trading will do it. For sure. Like I said, I mean, I've noticed my first few trades of the day are great, but as time goes on, my accuracy gets worse and worse. And I would love to be able to sit on like a $500 or $600 gain, but that's not going to win the competition. It may feel good, but it's not going to win. And so I kind of just got to go for it here. Take some big sizing and try to get lucky. They post it every day on the TradeNet Facebook page. Right, for sure. Singles are great, but they're not going to win the competition unless it's like a really large size single, which I guess is what I'm kind of trying to do now. Kron coming back up to the view up here too. That one might be decent. And again, with this trade, I'd love to take profits here, but it's not going to be big enough. Goal is to get down to 40 for AMD. I know it may bounce here at 60. It's got some support and resistance there, but we'll see if it can get down to 40 again. Maybe low of the day if it can break that and get really weak. I like it for sure. SPY's looking weak, so definitely looking better for me. I'm gonna take 1,000 off there just to get some profits in. Holding 4,000 now. I'm going to try to hold it till 40 or so. Maybe take another 1,000 off at 50 because it may bounce there at the $0.50. Take another 1,000 off there. See if we can get that $0.50 break here for AMD is really what we're looking for. And I can add back if it bounces back to the VWAP. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't mind adding 2,000 shares back if it gets up to 71. Maintaining that same risk I had before. And you see the bounce right there on AMD. That means other people were taking profits right around the same level I did. And I'm going to add another 1,000 shares to this one. Back in with 4,000. And like I said, if it keeps running up here, I'll add 1,000 shares back to it. Another 1,000. Spot a little choppy. It's my average now. My average is roughly 67. Yeah, that's the big level to watch. The previous day's close, which is 57, right where it's at now. There we go, it's 56. It's just got to hold. We want to see it break under that and then hold that level as resistance if it can. There's 55s, much better. Threes. I could take another 1,000 off there. Just to take a little bit more profit in the bank. In case it does rebound here. $65. I can add some size back here. Add another 1,000 in there. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the next step is to see if it can break under the $0.50. If it breaks under the previous close and the $0.50, it's looking good for me. At least to test that low of the day at 30 or so. But these are the big levels right here. This is going to be the biggest fight that it's going to have is the $0.50 and the previous close. Still looks weak. I mean, it looks good here. And I got a very obvious risk level at that previous high. Alright, so it's back down here. So I can cover another 1,000 shares like I would do, and then let 3,000 work here. It's still struggling with that 57 level though. Looking better now. We just want to see that level hold as resistance now that previous day's close. I mean, luckily I've kind of scaled out of it enough and taken profits back and forth to protect myself a decent amount in this one. But, you know, obviously we want to see a much bigger breakdown here is the goal. Gonna go ahead and take 1,000 off here. Got 2,000 left. Quick break under, but we'll see if we can really break down here. Only got 2,000 shares left, but before this trade I was down like 600-700, so about $1,000 gain on this one. Yeah, $1,000.68 gain, which I'll definitely take. I mean, green is better than nothing, but
All right, guys, gonna take 1,000 off there. Pay myself $100. Another trade going right up to my risk.
yeah, that one looks good for you now, man. Looks weak.
Yeah, you can bounce back now to the 45s. So that's why I took profit there. If it cracks 30s, we'll take another profit.
For sure, I like that plan.
Square was one I was looking at. See what's gonna break down there. EMPH, possible long.
LK's kind of back to the VWAP there. Alright, so here's the $half test again, and this is one that it keeps coming back to. We just want to see a significant break, and then we want to see the $half hold as resistance. So ideally, like if we can get a breakdown to 29.40, and then if it moves back up and bounces back up to see that level at 29.50 hold as resistance is the ideal situation here, and we'll see if that's what we get. It's been holding a lot of support at the $half, which is pretty typical, but been able to scale out of most of this one to protect myself, so I only have 2,000 shares left, which is less than half. That previous day's close is holding its resistance now at 57, so that's good news. Let's see if we can just maintain under that and then give us this breakdown of the $half that we want to see, maybe down to here. Any bigger pop up here, I'll probably end up getting out of the rest though. What's up, Cool? What's up, brother? Long time no see, man. How you been? All right, there's 49. Solely around view up. Yeah, I see ARQL is too.
All right, let's see if we get this breakdown in Maxar.
Yeah, I could throw Mitch up for a little bit while I watch AMD here. Oh, wait, let me see.
Right, guys, there we go into the 20s. So you're a little crack down here. I'm able to sell on the bid.
We are good, man. Just having some fun with the TradeNet competition right now. Mitch is trading on a live account. Definitely scaled up some from where we used to be. Finally got my real account into the green, so it's been a fun month. Alright, just to show you guys this, I'm going to start taking some profits with this trade right now. It's down to 44s. Try to give it that time to work down to 40. Like I said, I might take the last 1,000 off, or I might take 1,000 off here, just let the rest work. It's close enough to that 40 level to be happy with. So not a bad little trade here. $1,200 gain or so on this one. Still not enough to make a dent in the competition, but not a bad little rebound here. I'm going to go ahead and exit the rest and be done. $440 up on the day. Roughly $1,100 gain on that one. Maybe I'll consider adding back to it. I'll throw Mitch up for now.
All right, trying to see if this is going to crack this 25s. Like we're not trying to crack right now. Taking it off. See if we can get the breakdown here. Not just going to cover into 630. Don't mind covering into the low of the day. We got to give it a chance to break here. There it goes. Pressure down. See if we can get through these.
Remember, if anybody's interested in using the same broker that Mitch and I use, go check out TradeNet. You can currently get the intro package for $3.99, I think, through my link. And that comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's no PDT rules, so you can day trade as much as you want. You can also get a trading course with it. There's a free trading chat room access that you get with that as well. And again, there's no PDT rules, so you get a decent amount of buying power, no PDT rule, and it's ultimately much cheaper than going the conventional broker route. It's just a lot cheaper. Most new traders are going to lose anyway, and so I think this is a great way to really take the time to learn how to trade. Plus, if you use less than 200 or 300 shares, your commissions are like $3 or $4 total for a complete round trip. And so you can use small sizing, and you can continue to kind of work at it and learn with small sizing. And that's one of the hugest benefits with cheap commissions with small size. There's the link if you want to check that out. How many live accounts have I lost? I don't know. 2 or 3.
All right, there you go, guys. We cover 700 here at 624. And see if we can get below these 620s here. Last little bit of shares. See if I can get down there to 620s. Took off $234 on this trade already. All right, there we go. Pressure down on the 20s.
So we got a few questions about TradeNet.
Trade. That's it.
Good trade,
624
bro.
last exit. Not a bad VWAP fade at all. $290, one trade.
Nice work, brother. Good trade, man. So Justin, is the intro package a paper trade account? It's a CFD trading account. So you're trading CFDs, which is contracts for difference, and they basically emulate real stocks. Like, I don't notice any significant difference. The main difference, though, is that your trades don't actually influence the market. So your trading doesn't actually. So basically, if you buy 10,000 shares of a low float stock, you're not going to actually influence the market. You know, your 10,000 shares is not going to make the stock actually move. You're just trading the contracts, but aside from that, it's virtually identical to real stocks. Next question is, do they have stocks to short in general? So anything that's tradable is shortable. So anything that we can trade, we can short. And that's one of the biggest benefits of it, in my opinion. You don't have to locate shorts. Like my trade on AMD was a short position, today. And so you don't have to locate shorts. Anything that's tradable is shortable. Now, there's not a lot of penny stocks that are available to trade. Like, you can't trade most penny stocks. But mid and high cap stocks, almost all of them are tradable, and you can short all of them. Even Uber on IPO day was shortable. So you could short Uber on IPO day. And so same thing with Lyft, same thing with Pinterest. And so I don't think you can do that anywhere else as well. So that's a huge benefit of it, but it's a little bit different, Like I said, if you're looking for penny stocks, it's probably not the best platform for you. But mid and high cap stocks, like I said, most of them are tradable. So we'll see how it goes today, guys. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do today, so I may close it down early. I don't know if I'm going to get in anything else. Green Day, but we got 2 days left, so we'll see how those go. AMD went down to 38, so maybe missed out on 5-10 cents, but happy with the trade. Made about $1,100 on that last one, so came back from a $700 loss, so I'll take it. Yeah, Soli. Somebody called the fade on Soli. Maybe they were right. That thing did kind of fade down.
I'm thinking right now, Square. It would be a breakdown short here.
Right.
64.15, 64.14's off of 35. It's a 20-cent risk, but I think you can get that move down to 63.50. It's going to be more than a 50-cent move. The only question is, should I take it here? Not really feeling it too much, just because it's basically trading counter trend here for the breakdown.
Right.
But it's not a bad trade. I'm seeing the sizing right there. It's 615, 617.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It looks like a little VWAP projection play in there. To a certain extent. But yeah, a little bit slow today, guys. We'll see what we can find today. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get in anything else. Maybe I'll do a power hour stream today if I'm up to it. try to take my swing in power hour, see how that goes. But at this point, it's a little bit too late. One of the ways I've been kind of hurting my account is taking trades a little bit too late, I think, in the middle of choppy action day. So I might close it down here. We'll see. Let me look. But yeah, I mean, the SPY's tapping the lows right now. And one of the ones that is setting up for it is like LK could fade back down here. It's got a lot of resistance above it now, up to that 1950 level. But market's testing lows. If the market bounces at the lows right here, which it very well might, we could get some squeezes up too. Yeah, Ford looked good. That first fade was nice. Second fade kind of faked people out a little bit, but you still have up to, I think, around 980 or so. You also have Roku, which could be a VWAP bounce, but with some of the tech stocks in the overall market breaking down, I don't know how wise that would be. Yeah, a lot of people are actually upset with it though, Blake, because they had an offering in there, man. And so because of the offering, a lot of people got hit. Some people in the chat got hit as well. All right, James, have a good day, brother. Thanks, man.
That's what happens.
Yeah. As I said, you know, it's almost even though it had like really positive news, it was either really hyped up or it was getting pumped up. Talking about RWLK.
Yeah, positive news can be used against you.
Right.
Can be used to gain investors' interest.
Drop that offering.
And then drop the offering.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I understand it business-wise, you know. But, man, some people lost some money with that drop.
That's how it goes. You got to understand the risks that you're taking when you're taking a penny stock trying to go to the moon.
Right. 100%.
It's a lot more likely to come right back down.
Yep.
That's just statistics. It's just people see a runner like Soli and IOVA, and they think that every stock that makes a big move now is going to make that secondary move, and they start buying it.
There it goes. Wonder why my OBS just crashed. That's weird.
Yeah, it's been not being the best for me.
Yeah, man. I think with that omen there, I should probably shut it down. Mitch, what's the best laptop i7 8 gig laptop for under $1,200? I'm gonna go with the Lenovo Legion. I think is what I'm gonna shoot for. But
yeah, my friend got on Lenovo. You gotta go wait for the sales.
Right.
Don't buy electronics if they're not on sale. Let's just say that right now, right off the bat.
Right.
I usually wait for really good sales because you're going to be able to take off $600 off the sticker price like a car. You got to treat computers almost like they're a car. You know, every car, you don't want to buy that sticker price.
Yeah, I mean, I just want one. Like, I'm going to Michigan, and you know, I'll have the money, and I figure I might as well get one before my Michigan trip, so I'll be able to stream in Michigan. You know, somebody saying the HP 360 touchscreen i7 180. The only problem is the SSD is only 128 gigs,
and no touchscreens.
Yeah,
you can't use it for trading.
Right, I accidentally hit the wrong button on the touchscreen.
No, it's not only that; is that the programming doesn't work.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to get something that you start running into programming issues.
Right.
Look at that rejection for Square. It's a good trade.
Yeah, man.
Back to the 75s.
Here, my internet's acting really weird on my end, brother. So I'm gonna close it down.
Square crashed down.
So I'll hit you guys up later if y'all can still hear me. I don't know if they can still hear me.
Yeah.
But yeah, good luck, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Go check out Trade Ideas. The link is in the chat. Go check out our website if you haven't already. Yeah, my computer's acting super weird. But yeah, good luck in the markets, guys. Okay, y'all can't hear me. Okay, but yeah, it's still. But yeah, I'll still probably close it down just from weirdness. I
Take
don't.
care, everybody.
Later, guys. Have a good day. Go check out Trade Ideas, super dynamic scanners, super customizable scanners. Go check out TradeNet. The links are in the chat. Go hit those up. And yeah, not a bad day. Not a game changing day, but green's good. I'll take it. Good luck, guys. I'll see you all later.